In the Hawkeye State, Iowa Congressman Steve King. Great to see you, Congressman.
Great to see you again, Monica. I'm happy to be back with you.
Well, it's great to talk to you, too. Let's start with your taking on Newt Gingrich on the illegal immigration issue. In the last debate, he was talking about people who were here a long time, who, after getting into the country illegally, were law-abiding once here. And he was saying, we really can't deport them. We don't want to be breaking up families. You're calling that sort of a gateway to amnesty. Do most Iowans agree with you?
Well, I think they do. And I didn't intend to be particularly harsh on Speaker Gingrich's position on amnesty or on immigration, but I wanted to make sure that we define amnesty for what it is. And to grant amnesty is to pardon immigration lawbreakers and reward them with the objective of their crime. And in the end, that would be the case for that very narrow universe that Speaker Gingrich addressed that night. But there's a whole other universe, much larger, of illegals in the United States that would be addressed in a different way. And so I just think it wasn't prudent to start with the things that would be at the end of getting the policy right, rather than the beginning of getting the policy right, which is seal the border, shut off the bleeding at the border, shut off the jobs magnet, end sanctuary cities, reestablish the rule of law so that there's an expectation that the law will be enforced. After all, the rule of law is an essential pillar of American exceptionalism. The conversation needs to go there rather than to go on what we would do with the last few people that might be left in the United States after enforcement, who would be, let's just say, here illegally for 2 or 3 generations. That's a very small universe, and I think it confuses the issue.
Now, Governor Rick Perry, in an earlier debate, Congressman, took a very similar line and actually used the word heartless, that you'd be heartless if you opposed what he was advocating, and Newt Gingrich was sort of advocating the same thing. That really did hurt Governor Perry among conservatives. Now that the Iowa caucuses are just about a month away, do you think it's going to hurt Speaker Gingrich with conservatives in Iowa?
Well, I think it's taken a little bit of his momentum away. It appears that he has a lot of momentum, however. And when that statement was made, it shot through the airwaves almost immediately. I know from my standpoint, I talked to a couple of people that night, and I said, I'm concerned about that component of the illegal immigration position. And remember, Newt Gingrich said, I'm going to defend this. This is true. We are not going to deport these children that were brought here not of their own volition. And he's probably right on that when it comes down to that point. But it emphasized the wrong point. So I think it did. It hurt his momentum some, but he has a lot of momentum. And if you look at the national polling that's there, Iowans are influenced by the national debate like other people are, and then they're influenced by the face-to-face meetings that they have. And I think he's got time to spend this momentum and invest it in building an organization in Iowa and probably do pretty well on January 3rd of next year.
Let's talk about the broader race in Iowa, because looking at these Iowa polls, it looks like Mitt and Newt are holding strong. Ron Paul has serious support and a good organization in Iowa. And people in Iowa also seem to like native daughter Michelle Bachmann. So it's really quite a mix going on. I'm not sure what's going to shake out here. What are you hearing and seeing on the ground there?
Well, I would add Rick Santorum to that list, too. He's been to all 99 counties. No one has worked the state harder than he has. Michelle Bachmann is a close second. She's been there a lot. Both of them haven't been attacked with weaknesses in their positions or in anything in their background. They have a good, solid moral approach, constitutional approaches. They just haven't had the traction that some of the other candidates might have had. So I think you can't count them out of being and finishing in the top 2 or 3. And Mitt Romney, if you look at his race, he has benefited from having built a really solid, well-funded, well-organized organization 4 years ago. Although he hasn't maintained it the way that one might have, there's that foundation for him to work with. He's seen his numbers hang in there at 22 or 23%, drift off down to about 15. Now he seems to have made a commitment to come in and win Iowa. It looks like Chris Christie is going to come in and support Mitt Romney. So he could get some of that back. And while that's going on, Newt Gingrich, his momentum has put him to the top. But I think that's what you'll see in the register poll that will unfold on Sunday, and I don't know. Behind that, though, Ron Paul, solid core supporters. If we have a blizzard on that night, Ron Paul's in position to win Iowa.
Because
his people are very, very loyal, and then Michelle and Rick will be in play. I'm very confident they'll be in play.
Well, the nation's eyes are certainly going to be on your state over the next month or so, Congressman. So we wish you good luck, and we hope to talk to you again soon. Thank you, sir.
It's nice to have this interview with an exceptional American, Monica.
Oh, well, God bless you. Likewise, Congressman. Thank you.
Thank you.